What up? Sorry I'm late. Had a handful of things I had to deal with. Alright, let me get situated. You know where we were at, right? I had to mute in the beginning because it is like stupid loud in here because the place is empty. I got here in like, normally it takes, I don't know, 15 minutes plus. I got here in like 9 minutes. There's no traffic in Vegas anymore. It's like done. Notification on. Let me like my own video. Yeah. That's kind of an old picture, hence the commercial right up the bat. Rover.com. Nah, dogs. Dogs are cool. I love dogs. Alright, there we go. Let me get over to all messages. 75 people. That is friggin' awesome. I'll say all the hellos in a moment. But yeah, it's quiet out. It is really, really, really quiet out. In Vegas, anyway. I did get my coffee. Americano. Someone just actually hit a jackpot over here not too long ago. There was like 17 people surrounding the people. It's like, how dare you win in our casino? Anyway, so happy hump day. I got done early today. I've been working a lot of hours, but I got done early today and I wanted to come out and enjoy some time with everyone. So let's see, let me get back over. Being that I got hit with a commercial, I got to get back over to chat activities. And I'll do some hellos. Mary Leathers, how you doing? Janice. Val Marie, Jim, Maria Ann kicking off the parking fund activities. Thank you very much. Who else we got? Who else we got? Keep coming. Keep coming. Tom Lars, what's going on, brother? I keep saying we got to catch up. Well, we got to catch up. We got stuff to talk about. Probably the week's been kind of like crazy. This weekend. Let's do that this weekend. You can call me, but I'll call you. But you can call me. Mike K, how you doing? Kevin Hawthorne, my friend, Pepino, Sony, Arthur, Captain Lope, Chris K, Paramom, everyone's in the house. The color's off, bro. You look like you belong to Blue Man. I know, it must be this machine over here. Let me see if I can change it. What the hell? Treasure Blast Balloons. They're putting a lot of like knockoff machines in here lately. Bert. I want to say hello to everyone. Drop your name. Sounds great. Looking forward to it. Yeah, we got to catch up. Pal 1216. Yeah, the slot is definitely making me look odd. But this is a green shirt, and I also have. I'll show you what I matched it with. Like, I so rarely get to wear these. I think this is the second time I wore these. But I'll show them to you. But they match, because this shirt is green. Jesse, you're doing the carnivore thing? A lot of people have been telling me. Someone I know said they started carnivore and they got what's called the carnivore flu. If you're not much of a carnivore or you've been just heavily consuming carbs, sometimes you go through a 1 week transitional period that they call the flu per se, but people react to it different. I got very like sluggish, and I feel like I'm screaming because this music is so loud. Some people, like, I got very sluggish. Some people feel like congestion. It's the toxins, and it's your body changing over from being fueled with carbs to going keto. Yeah, I was like, I had a lot of brain fog for like 2 weeks. I'd like walk into a room and forget why I even went. I was like, what am I doing? The bathroom was easy. I'm like, either brush my teeth or take care of some business. But I'd go into the kitchen and be like, what am I doing here? It was weird. And a lot of you picked up on it. They're like, you're a little off. I'm like, yeah. But yeah, keto is a game changer. Counterintuitive. I wouldn't say keto, carnivore. Because keto people cheat like MFers. They're like, oh, I can make these keto cookies because the fiber cancels out all the carbs. Stop. You can't trick God, and and you can't trick keto. Carnivores, you are or you're not. So I'm glad everyone's seeing benefits. It's counterintuitive. Eat fat to lose fat. But it works. The shirt looks great. Yeah, it does look great. Why is it all blown out? Let's see if we can do something about that. Hold on. No, it's the machine. But at least my eyes are blue. They're like way blue. I like that. Chris, let me see if I get your name right. Chris Crouch now? Did I get that right? I think I did. Maybe I did. I don't know. Justin, how are you? Bro, thank you for all the great streams. All that. You are very welcome. You gotta refresh the chat too, Janice? I mean, I don't know why that happened. In 1 month, you lost 30 pounds, Jesse? That's good. At some point, you plateau. Your body will go back to, like, where it's comfortable. Like, my body just totally went back to where it's comfortable. I'm, like, plus or minus a couple of pounds around 180, between, like, 180, 183, something like that. You know, it just stays there. You know, you will plateau. Your body will tell you where it's comfortable after a while. And then kind of the rest is up to you. But your body will let you know. Your body will rid itself of all the extra baggage. And then it's just up to you to do your thing, you know? That's good. And it's healthy. You're healthy. Every day I'm saying I'm going to do... Yeah, every day you say, what was you going to do? Yeah, I know. But that... I read an article today. Well, I listened to an article because I don't have time to read shit. I just, let it speak. I have a program that does that. And it said that forgetfulness is a sign of intelligence. I'm going for it. I'll align with that. Thank you for your encouragement. You are very welcome. Very, very welcome. Let's see. The other way to get thinner is when I go to the paint... One day, okay, that's a good one. I dig that. All right, we're getting some people on board, and let's see. We're at Bellagio, so we're gonna walk around a little bit. Well, there's not a lot of people here. There really isn't. I mean, there's not. The town is freaking dead. I think they finally figured out that they boiled the frog. You know what I have noticed though? I see people actually winning. Maybe that they're going to loosen up the machines, because that's what it needs. The only way they're going to loosen up the machines is if, people are reluctant. And they're very reluctant, even to come to town lately. But they shouldn't worry, because Ice Ice Baby is not in Vegas yet. They're probably coming eventually, but I think the town is like, no, please don't. Have you seen those videos of, like, L.A., where, they do like before and after, like the LA freeways. I've driven LA. I've driven like San Diego to LA and back and all that. And it is nightmare level traffic. If you live in Cali, you know where you've been. Now it's like 4 cars on the road. Who is driving? How'd they get licenses? Anyway, the streets are empty, the streets are clean, like things are changing. But, Governor Gruesome, he's reluctant. I don't know if I should talk about it because I don't want to get black bagged. But our AG or AD, someone else is getting a hand pay. What is going on? I see a clipboard and money. Okay, cool. They're fighting everything. Like, he's trying to get a law, I don't know if you can call it a law or an edict or some shit passed that the Vanilla Ice people are not allowed to cover their faces. I don't have a problem with that. If forgetfulness is a sign of intelligence, I must be a genius. That's funny, Maria. Tim, heading over to your spot on Friday if we make it over the coast by the first. Cool. I should. There's like a 90% chance I'll do a live stream on Friday. It's my favorite time. It just depends how work goes. But yeah. So I should see you there. That's cool. Chris K coming to Bellagio in September. I'm sure I'll be seeing you here. That's awesome. All right, who else? Can anyone here update on what is going on with the Margaritaville? I don't know. It's supposed to, my understanding, like from back in the day, was supposed to be like some country bar. All the country singers are like, ooh, we should turn this into, a country scene. That's what I thought. If anyone knows, let Chris know. Need to gamble and I need to get a hand pay. I haven't really played in a while, because it's been like ridiculously tight, like tighter than a snake's ass. Probably tighter than a gnat's ass, actually. Maybe it'll change. I like to play a little bit once in a while, but is what it is. All right. So we're gonna go do some walking around, but there was some things I wanted to talk about. What did I want to talk about? Maybe we'll talk about it after. Let's have fun first. But it is fun. Do we want to see one of our former presidents get perp walked? Ugh, that might happen. That might actually happen. Gnat's ass is probably the tightest form of ass you can have, I think. Gnat's ass? Amoeba's ass? No, amoebas don't have ass. Yeah, gnat's ass. Yeah, that's the ultimate tightness. When they set the machines at like 75%. Those buffalo. Oh my god. More commercials. I thought I needed to get a major service or whatever on my AC the other day. It was, I was panicked. You know how it always goes at my place? I set it on 70 and it's like at 75. It's always a 5-degree differential and it just runs and runs and runs and runs and runs. It wasn't doing that too bad this year. On the hotter days, like above 105, I'd set it at 70, which is 70, 71 is my daytime walking around. Then I put it on 69 at night, 67 sometimes. And for the first time, and it wasn't even hot, it was only like 103, it was at 71, and it went up to 75, 76. Sometimes it struggles, but it stays at 73, 2 degrees off. And I was like, oh shit, here we go again. Last summer, my electric bills were enormous. They would send me my bills with a thank you card attached. They were like, thank you, My bills last summer were like 605 something or whatever. This year hasn't been so bad, thankfully. I changed all the blinds and the curtains to blackout. It kind of sucks having the place in pitch darkness all the time, but keeping the sun out made a big difference. I changed the filter, which is an enormous pain in the ass. I got to get into like a crawl space underneath the utility closet and hover, and it's ass getting in there. I skipped a month. That's on me. There was dust bunnies on there. I just like ran my hand on it and pulled the dust bunny out. So that was on me. So that was part of the problem. And I changed the thermostat. A friend of mine was like, maybe it's the thermostat. Maybe the thermostat's beat. And I was like, yeah, I was thinking that too. On to Amazon, goes Bror Fredrik. Honeywell, $99. I'm like, no, I got a Honeywell there. And it probably lasted 5 years. They do go bad. But I got some Chinese, Walla Malakala, whatever, who can pronounce that shit. But it was nice. It's all digital, and it's a night light if you want it to be, and 17 different programs. And I didn't program it yet. And bada bing, bada boom, it's keeping perfect temperature now. So yeah, it was, because I changed it 2 years ago, but it works great now. I never put the heat on. I don't even know if the heat works in my place. Don't know. The fireplace works if I ever need to stay warm. I have an electric fireplace too. I'm good. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Coffee?
Yeah. If I knew you were here, I would ask you. You know that.
That's okay, next time.
All right. They know me here. They were like, you got your coffee without me? Yeah. Let's see. What the hell was I talking about? Something. I don't know. But my AC works and I'm happy. That's all I care about. Don't look under the bed, the original dust bunny. Okay, all you Catholics out there, because I was raised Catholic. Am I nuts? Or are we all nuts? Or did we all I remember as a child, going into the churches and whatnot, and, I'm still an ardent believer, but, I was raised Catholic. I went to Catholic school up until the time I got kicked out, and, with the stained glass and the scenes of torture and all the rest of that, it was like the church that I went to that was attached to the school was, gory. It looked like something out of Saw. There was blood, and it was just like, whoa, it didn't reek, yay, we're saved. It reeked, oh my God, literally. Okay, so he took dust. One of the stories they told us, which wasn't exactly biblically accurate, was that, we all know the story about, Eve coming from Adam's rib and whatnot. And the other story was about, turning dust into, I don't know, a person or a thing or whatever. I don't know. It's not biblically accurate, so you guys are going to have to correct me. So I went under the bed and I was just and I prayed for something to happen with a dust bunny. And nothing happened. And I was like, is this why they wrote their own Bible? And couldn't go with a King James? That was my first, what the actual F? Anyway. Anyone else try that? Or was it just me? Probably just me. Yeah, water into wine. That's cool. Is that your husband? Who's your husband? She looked nice walking away. AC companies. One of my neighbors had to have his AC worked on, not repaired, the inside blower part, outside's a condenser. I don't know what the inside part's called, but I probably do, but he had to have his changed, and I got a home warranty. I think that's just wise, but they only cover 50% of AC units because of the price. It's should I fix my AC or get open heart surgery, because they're both $200,000. I mean, I know the parts are cheap. I mean, not cheap, but the whole big box outside with the condenser and the fan and all the rest of the shit and the fins, that you can buy that for $500, like a ream, Nah, maybe $1,000, and they charge you $8,000 to put one in. It's freaking ridiculous. It's highway robbery, especially here in Vegas. Because what are you gonna do? Screw it. We'll do it next summer. You can't. They got you by the you know what's. Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. There's my beautiful wife. Venus and Jim is such an awesome company. Twice in the last 5 years, been told. Yeah. No repair. Yeah, or Mike, they do some crafty shit like the capacitor that hits, that shocks the AC when it comes on. They have the soft start ones that's supposed to save your condenser, but I never thought it was worth it. But the normal ones, they take it and they blast that energy to fire it up real quick. That usually goes after a while, and that's a $70 part. And they will charge you $4,000 and say, oh my God, we have to spend all day. Yeah, AC people, no, don't trust them. And that home warranty, only 50%. That's some bullshit right there. Arthur, I saw a question you said before about going to see the Bottle Blonde. I do want to check that place out. I do, because I've seen some pictures. It looks kind of cool. Oh my God, Arthur, yeah, when Ozzy died, I mean, did we not know? But I guess when people know they're gonna go, they go, he just knew it. I mean, it was less than 2 weeks or 2 weeks? So, Ozzy, I mean, that was a big, Ozzy was the first concert I ever went to. Like I told you, I used to work for Harry M. Stevens, selling shit at Madison Square Garden, that was me, get your programs, you know, because if you work during the day, you get to see the concerts at night for free. Well, not exactly for free. You'd put on a list and say, yeah, I'm going to sell some t-shirts and shit, and not sell t-shirts, just watch the concert, because, you know, you weren't paid, you were paid on commission. It was like slave labor. First concert I ever paid for was an Ozzy concert. So that's a marked part of my childhood, you know, listening to Ozzy and everything. Even the old stuff, you know, Paranoid and War Pigs and all that stuff. And Mom, I'm Coming Home. I'm going, like, that's going to be tough to listen to. I listened to it one time. I was just like, Mom, I'm Coming Home. I mean, I can't, like I was saying, I can't relate to the song, but it stirs emotions. You've never been to a concert? I haven't been to a concert in years. Now it would bore the shit out of me, but, you know, went with my friends, and, maybe Ozzy's gonna bite the head off a bat, or, you know, whatever myth that was, but never happened. I'm going through changes. Wow, that's another one that stirs up some emotion. But yeah, it was sad. It was sad, but I don't like, you know, the whole connotation now, and it was then too. And you know me, I'm like all about listening to the things and staying away from darkness and whatnot. Well, listen to Biggie. Biggie's out there talking about selling bricks and stuff like that, you know, mowing down the competition. I was listening to Big Pun the other day. Okay, so I listen to some stuff like that, and I let it skip off my head, but not straight up darkness, you know? You know, them referring to him as the Prince of Darkness. Oh, R.I.P. Prince of Darkness and whatnot. That wasn't 100%, just because of that Mr. Crowley song. It wasn't glorifying Crowley, who was, you know, he was down with you-know-who. He wasn't glorifying them, and he never really glorified you-know-who and all that type of stuff, but he got, you know, yeah, he leaned into it with the whole bat thing and the dressing in black and all the stuff. But I kind of gave him a pass on it for the rest of the stuff. I mean, Paranoid, that's not about him. That's about, you know, PTSD from war. War Pigs is about how, you know, the people who call the shots sit behind desks in ivory towers and send all us peasants to go frickin', you know, slash and blow up each other. You know, it wasn't about darkness per se. But that whole Prince of Darkness thing bothers me. You know, I don't want him to be remembered like that. Cat ran after a dust his wild kingdom back up in here. I hear you. Nevada Power, I mean, they keep telling us, Maria, they keep telling us, oh, we're getting all our energy free now. No. Then how come my bill keeps going up? If we're getting all this solar and green energy, but my bill goes up. We haven't gotten it. Nothing's gone down. Nothing's gone down at all. Not here in Vegas. Oh, commercial time. 5 probiotic. Oh, shut up. Now I gotta redo my chat. Yet again. And we'll walk around in a second. This music is stupid loud. Yeah, War Pigs definitely relates to today. Yeah, the song that he did with Lita Ford, actually I listened to that today. That was good also. Jesus rules, forever light. Amen. Your last concert was Coldplay? Did you have anyone with you? Did you get on the Kiss Cam, Pepino? I stopped listening to Ozzy after he pissed on our Alamo? What'd he do? I don't glorify any man. He did? I gotta look that up. Maybe I should. Yeah, maybe I don't want to know. No. I saw something else. We knew it was coming, but it was so fast. Yes, the Catholic Bible preceded the King James Bible, not the other way around? No. Catholicism did not exist. during the period of King James. Well, the King James, all right, the King James is a much closer translation to the original Aramaic than the Catholic Bible. The Catholic Bible is their version of what they think you should believe. I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I mean, there's stuff in there that are... Oh, did I press the wrong button?
No, it's all right.
Thank you, my friend. Appreciate you. I had the service light on. Yeah, I mean, there's a distinct... If a religion has to write its own Bible, something's wrong, you know? That's like what? I'm going to bring God down to my level and rewrite history, or are we supposed to elevate ourselves up to that? Anytime a religion writes their own Bible, you should be kind of suspicious about that. I've read both versions, cover to cover, many times, and the Catholic version was like, okay, if you say so. Anyway, if you want to find out, I mean, that's a deep study thing, too. We should talk about that one day. I have concordances. I have a Greek concordance, an Aramaic concordance, you know, so you can cross-reference shit. Like the word church. The word church actually has nothing to do with a freaking building. You know, and if you don't do your own study, you would never know that. You would think, oh yeah, the thing with the penis on the top, you know? No. Church means gathering. It means gathering of like-minded people. Iglesia, you know? Anyway, your last concert was Jack Black in the American... Jack Black. Jack Black did a pretty freaking good version of an Ozzy song. I think he did Mama I'm Coming Home or something like that. I don't know. But I can't stand him. He's like, ugh. He makes me cringe. Every time I get a commercial, I get dropped from the live stream. I don't know why they do that. Every time I get a commercial, the live stream for me absolutely pauses, and I gotta do this. I gotta shut it down and go. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do that now. So let my fingers do the walking and do this. And then we'll let our feet do the walking, but first let's let our fingers do the walking. Yeah. All messages, so I feel like walking around. So much for Vegas news. There was one thing I wanted to talk about, Vegas related. I forgot what it was. We'll talk about it when we get back. How about that? Alright, let me just do this real quick. And alright, you ready? Oh, I didn't show you. Because I am wearing green, believe it or not. This shirt, it's not like green, bright green, not like fighting Irish green. It's not like St. Patrick's Day green, but it's green. It's dark green. And it matches. Watch. I'll show you this. I'll show you this. What do you think of these? Look at my ankle all chewed up. They're freaking sporty, you know? They got that like kind of half soccer vibe, half football vibe, but they're green. So there's only 2 shirts in my entire wardrobe I could possibly wear them with. This one and that bright green one I wear on occasion. Alright, let's hoof around a little bit. I think we'll do a little hoofalizing. Let me gather up my stuffs. How much coffee do I have? I have about 2 to 3 fingers worth of coffee left. I can finish that off, and we'll go outside for a bit. Want to go outside for a bit? Let's go outside for a bit. I've been pointing at stuff for a while. Alright, I'm going to put my chat reading phone in my pocket so I could slurp down this coffee real quick. I forgot to charge my gimbal. So it's a little freaking wobbly right now. So excuse the little wobbles. Nobody ever plays these banking machines for some reason. Oh, I don't remember that. That's new. That's new. You like the shoes? I mean, I think they're kind of cool. Like I said, I can't... What else would those... That green was pretty accurate. That color that you just saw. What other... Ladies, fellas, whoever. What other color shirts could I wear those with? Possibly brown or tan? I don't know. Because I do like them, and they are exceedingly comfortable. They're Pumas, of course. They're a Puma Athletic Series. They were like a limited edition or whatever. But still, even for a limited edition, they were only like $80 or whatever. It's obviously green, but I don't know what else I should wear them with. I'm not really like a green person per se. Let's go out this side. Look, I mean, you guys know, this is kind of quietish. And most of these people are on their way in just to, I guess, see the conservatory. I assume. Oh, thank you to someone for opening the door. Should we go to our regular spot? You can't sit here. That's why they put those, black. True, Arthur. I could wear them with black. Why didn't I think of that? That's what I have all you for. It's like, who wants to be a millionaire? We get to ask the audience. Phone a friend, ask the audience. Wow, someone is like 420 like a freak out here. I need me some of this fake lawn. Alright, I'll just hang out here for a second. Then maybe we'll go that's new. What's new? That's new. It's like a corral for the people, the cab queue line. I need some water too, besides this coffee. That guy's looking sporty. Nice suit, bro. Nice suit, well fitted. Not sure if I'm digging the gold socks. The brown shoes are good, but the gold socks, I don't know. A little high waterish. Should be about an inch lower. But that's just me. Alright, let me read some chat here. Let me read some chat as we people watch. That's a good freaking 30-year age gap. Alright. Hope we didn't disconnect. No, we're actually still connected. But I'm like way behind on the chat. Hold everything. Let me slide this over. Let me pinch zoom. I love pinch zooming. Okay, let's see. I'll be at the Garage Casino in Lake Charles, LA. Throwing dice and chasing bugs. That sounds awesome, Captain Dave. You been busy? I'm sure you've been busy. Yellow is good with green. Yeah, I got a couple of yellow and gold shirts. Black. The consensus seems black. White if you like the Celtics. That's true too. Not a big basketball fan. But yeah, I can get down with that. Thoughts on the mother of Xana Colonel Forgiven BK? I don't exactly have an opinion on that, Mike K, but I will have an opinion by Friday. I promise. I'm all about the opinions. I bet there's a guy selling raw. Yeah, I bet there's a guy selling 420 right where I'm standing. I'm like, yeah. Yeah. I'm getting a contact buzz over here. My brain's tingling. Everyone's looking at the camera like, hey, you shouldn't be filming me. Whose anniversary is it? Whose anniversary is it? You lost money at Bally's. You lost money at Bally's? That sucks. Heading to the local casino steakhouse. Oh, 49th. Holy shit. Another freaking air condition commercial. You talk about air condition, you get air condition commercials. Oh, they're bringing it in with a freaking crane. Oh, it's a 5-ton AC, bro. Now I gotta reset the chat again. Jeez. All messages. Cool. Alright. Alan, how you doing? Local steakhouse. That sounds good, too. What else? Oh, we do gotta talk about something. Gotta talk about my birthday. We'll save the birthday talk for later. Because you know I'm not going to tolerate being out here. It's not as bad as it's been. Like right now, my watch says it's 96. That means it's about 99-ish. It's not, it didn't break 100 today for the first time in a week. Any thoughts about going downtown on Friday nights to see the fireworks? I might consider that. You know, downtown is problematic. There has been a lot of drama down there, and, you know, as we all know, and there's also, where are all these people coming from? Dang. Let me shine her in this direction. And of course, you know, with the music down there, the stream does get spanked. So, depends on whether, if you guys cumulatively want me to do it, I'll make a plan to go down there. You know, it'll have to be after dark because I don't have the heat tolerance, you know me. Freaking Scandinavian jeans. Busier than a one-legged man and an ass kicking. Oh, November? Cool. Cool. I'm looking forward to hanging out with you, bro. Captain Dave. Ladies wearing a mink coat. Yeah, I know. I don't know how people wear so much clothes. I can't, but I do see people in like hoodies, and you see that around town a lot here too. Be 114, and you'll see dudes walking around in hoodies. I don't know what the purpose of that is. You know, to cover their bodies, or they're just immune. And you know, I know there's a bunch of psychos out there like, I love the heat. You know, well, you know, this summer, and then this freaking, you know, living on Mercury or Venus, you know. That's what it feels like to me. But that's just me. But I'm going to finish my coffee. We won, Arthur, we won $1,000 over your birthday this past week. Nice. Good for you. I haven't been to Casablanca Mesquite in, holy cow, that was probably like before the pandemic. Yeah, that was probably in like 2019, 18 or 19. Was the last time I went to Mesquite. I actually got fun there. Can't say I didn't. That was a long time ago. Jim, you're getting all the commercials tonight? I'm getting all the air conditioning commercials. Oh, Alan, you coming back? Yeah, well, let's see if we can connect. That'd be freaking awesome. But yeah, I'd consider going downtown. I'd consider it. Don't know if I'm going to do it, but I'd consider it. I consider everything. I take all your thoughts into consideration. I'm going to go walk down there and see a little show. We might disconnect for a second as I mosey on down. Let my feet do the walking. Let your fingers do the walking and send some messages. Yeah, let's go see a show. I'm getting bored of looking at these people. Oh, wait. Let me demolish this coffee first. WA slot benches won 5K at, oh nice, at El Cortez. Gonna say hello to you, yeah, please do. Please do. I like meeting everyone, you know that. I'm a fun guy to hang out with. I always say hello. Uh-oh, we have a unhoused person heading across the street. That just kills me when it's a woman. It's just like, you know, as the United States, we could do better. You know, we're housing undocumented people in 5-star hotels, and we got women living on the street. It makes me ill. All right, let me chug this real quick, and we'll take a walk down there. Down there. There's a group of balloons. I mean, I couldn't even point the camera at them. Hey. Almost as high as, probably higher than the tower. Something like that. What up? Jackass. They said, oh, he's probably on TikTok Live. I don't tick, nor do I talk. I don't know, it just doesn't interest me. That's a mental illness factory. I'm relatively mentally healthy. Except for some 3-letter acronym things I might have. I think we all have it. I think the whole world exists on the spectrum. Not just me. Well, maybe not everything. Alright, I'm about to ditch this call. Let's go take a walk. We might glitch for a second because we're all going to bounce off their Wi-Fi and onto 5G. No swimming, no way. I was fixing to swim. Yeah, the speaker is on the next one. They're building... in case you didn't see, because now we're on 5G, you can catch a show. Remember I told you a while ago, we were talking, oh, wouldn't it be a great idea if they built a restaurant and, you know, took gondolas out to the center and the water over there? They're actually doing it. I mean, maybe they heard my stream. But, yeah, it's going to be an Italian restaurant. They're going to have their own dock, and you're going to be able to kind of canoe out to the restaurant. Kind of cool. All right, come on, show. Can't wait to be in Vegas next week. Gee, that is awesome. All right, let me get back over to, where the heck was I? I think I got a freaking commercial again while I was walking. Yeah. Carbone, exactly. There you go, Mary, exactly. Carbone is going to set up the spot. That's going to be a hard place to get into, like once an advanced level. D. Da Vinci the Poet. My buddy Tom Helm's in the house. Alright, like, when's this water activity going? What time is it? Should have been on the quarter hour. I see them stirring. I see some stirrage out there. Broad talks, people listen. Yeah, I told them they should do that. I mean, who wouldn't want to go? Who wouldn't want to go out in the middle of that to a little like restaurant surrounded by windows? I remember there was this beautiful restaurant that we used to go to on Long Island that was like overhanging the water, and the waves would hit the rocks and splash all over. I remember that being beautiful. Beautiful. In-laws live there. I feel sorry for them because there's some psychos who are like, I moved here for the freaking summer weather. I'm just like, shit, I hibernate like a freaking bear in this weather. But the rest of the 7 months out of the year, it's gorgeous. It's gorgical. Come on now. Throw some water up in the air already. Riverfront restaurants are nice. And it happened to be a seafood place too on Long Island. I think it was on the North Shore, like around Smithtown or something like that, on Bethpage, or I don't remember. You know what I was thinking of the other day too, with, you know, Halloween coming up? We used to go to not Amityville, that's Amityville Horror. What's the other one with the Headless Horseman? We used to go visit there, like right before, and they used to do the Headless Horseman and all sorts of cool shit. Kind of upstate-ish New York. I forgot the name of it. Someone will remind me. Gary M, what's going on? Come on. Well, I'm not standing out here. If it's going to be at 7 o'clock, I'm not standing out here for another 13 minutes. I'm already getting hot. Sleepy Hollow. There you go. Thank you, Gary. Sleepy Hollow. Yeah, we used to go out to Sleepy Hollow. That was always awesome. I mean, even though the weather is beautiful here for 7 months out of the year, just not having fall kind of blows. That's what I used to love about New York. Fall, the smell of the leaves changing, all that stuff was just so phenomenal. Going to Sleepy Hollow and the leaves and the smells and yeah. Stupendous. Alright, I'm bored. If I'm bored, now you guys are bored. Alright, let's do some more people watching. We'll head inside. There's people showing up now, but still, this is light. This is Vegas light. Oh, this dude's in my spot. The white dude with the cornrows in my spot. It's kind of cool though, looking at it. Alright, now we'll look at some people. Because I forgot to do something. You know what I forgot to do? I forgot. I'm gonna get this camera right. Oh, I forgot to put you on wide, number one. Number two, I forgot to say Bror Fredrik coming at you with another live stream, and I'm gonna invite you to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell button, do all the things, and I appreciate you. And super chat while I'm live, and what else I got? Cash App, Venmo, I got the things. I got all the shit everyone else does, no, except Amazon links. Amazon links. Oh, she's carrying a rose. How sweet. Yeah, I appreciate that. And that goes to parking and coffee and all that. But subscribe, like, yada, yada, yada. Yada, yada. Cheesy, cheetah. Where's the riffraff? You're looking forward to the heat and the pool time? Yeah, I mean, if you can go in the pool, the heat isn't so bad. I just got pool privileges restored. I was banned from the pool. I was banned from my development's pool. They were just like, nope. Well, actually, I got, whoa, 1, 2. All right, there we go. I got banned from the gym, which also got me banned from a lot of the amenities where I live, unfortunately. And it was, I think I told the story, but I'm going to tell it again. I corrected some woman in the gym, and not harshly, just, you know, I just asked her to not, you know, be an asshole. And she was like using the weight, one of the weight benches as a step thing with her sneakers, you know, bringing the shit from the floor up to where people have to lay, you know, and I didn't appreciate that. I said, you know, could you not do that, or at least wipe it down when you're done? Because I don't want to, you know, have my freaking face in the shit from the floor. And she freaking ratted on me to the HOA. And I got banned because of that. Literally, I got freaking banned. And that was so convenient. It was a nice, it is a nice gym. But they haven't opened it since the pandemic. They just used that as an excuse to shut it down completely, which is pretty freaking lame. But pool privileges have been restored. Yeah, HOAs are just, yeah, they're just bad. They're just bad. They're a breeding ground for Karenism. And yeah, I gotta be nice to them. Even though after everything that they did, I still have to be nice to them. When I see them, I gotta say hello and good morning, even though most of them are total assholes. Total. HOA keeps going up like freaking 10% a year, if not more. It's ridiculous. Steven, how you doing? Definitely a Karen. I gotta pretend I like them. Get off my nuts. It actually smells good over here. Shall we go over here? Yeah, freaking HOAs. I mean, I want to get on. There's actually 2 seats open on the HOA. And myself and one of my neighbors, I only talked to one of my neighbors, and I barely talk to him. I'm not like friendly. I'm not like friendly when it comes to like, you know, neighborly. I don't do the small talk. You know, how's the weather? I like deeper conversations. I just don't dig small talk. If we're gonna talk, let's talk about something that matters. That's some energy right there. But there are 2 seats available. So we were thinking about trying to get elected, but I don't know any of my neighbors. I mean, maybe I'll give them a nod once in a while, like a little, hey, what up? Oh, we got a premium people watching spot. Premium people watching, engaged. Rah. Gotta pull one of these friggin' 100-pound tables over. I'm actually closing a property Monday with an HO. Yeah, read that fine print. You know, like they send me letters about like I put out a hummingbird, I put out a bird feeder, and of course I gotta they send everything registered. They were like, you're not allowed to have a bird feeder. I'm like, well, in section 2, paragraph A, it does, and they corrected me and like, no, that's for hummingbirds. Like, oh, well, what's the difference? Well, a regular bird feed is going to attract rodents. I'm like, there's not a fucking rat or a mouse in all of Las Vegas. What are you talking about? There's no squirrels. Occasionally you'll see a rat. We don't have rats. This isn't freaking New York City. What are you talking about? I'm sure there's rats here. I'm sure there's mice here, but not where I live. There ain't no freaking mice and rats. You know, a registered letter. A neighbor of mine that I used to talk to, he got a letter for having more than 4 chairs on his patio. It's like, what? It's like I had company. I forgot to bring it inside. You're gonna bust my balls. Registered letter. You know, the fact that HOAs can fine you, I think is totally outrageous. Like, how did they develop the ability to fine you? They're not a governmental agency. They're not law enforcement, but they'll fine you. What gave them the power? Like, where does that go back to? Where is the law? Well, your signature gives them the power to do it when you accept that. You know, yes, HOA does keep out the quote-unquote riffraff. You know, if you can't afford the HOA, you don't belong in my neighborhood type of deal. But, you know, what gives them the power to issue fines? I mean, I've paid fines. I've definitely freaking paid fines. You know, I've paid several $100s in fines over the year. You know, our fines start at $75 for doing something dumb. Like, they will actually come around if they don't bother me anymore, because I kind of had some words with them and I explained to it, like, on your own property, they don't like that you park reverse. Like, if you're on your own property, I like to back in. I just always have, always will. It takes a little more effort coming in, but the ease of leaving is beautiful. And I'd rather have full sight, even though I have backup cam and all that other thing. I'd rather see when I'm leaving my own property, who's out there and all the rest of that shit. And, if you had to make a quick getaway, it's better you're pointed in that direction, ready to go. Pro tip, they actually fine you for that on your own freaking property. It's like, what? So you can see my plates? I mean, what? Oh yeah, because the plates, go with the property, and if your car's turned around, we don't know if that's really you. Here's your $75 fine. It's like, fuck you. Oh, I mean, you got 5 chairs instead of 4 on your property. It's like, oh my god. Oh, Captain Loeb, you do the back. I try to back in wherever. I mean, I can't do it because of the angle. Like, I would do it in these parking lots too, but that's just a pro way to do it. And I always walk around the car before I get into it. I never walk towards the vehicle from the front and then open the door, because that puts you in a vulnerable situation. Okay, I'll demonstrate. You ready? Okay, this is the front of the car, right? Those are your headlights. So if I'm walking towards the front of there's the headlights, right? The driver's side door is over here. Now watch what happens. If I go to do it, it's good, it's cool. If I go to get in from this side, look how vulnerable you are. You see how the door blocks you? So if someone wanted to stop you from getting in your vehicle, all they'd have to do is push your door closed, and you cannot get in your vehicle. You never enter your vehicle from the front, because if you enter from the front, you have to walk around your door, and someone could block your way to sit in your own vehicle and lock the door to get away from them. So instead, you do this. Now they can't block it would be much more difficult for them to slam your door, because you're not behind the door, you're already in the path of the opening of the door, so you can jump in real quick. When you're between, the door is literally blocking you from getting in. Plus, you can't see if anyone's in the back seat. I mean, we've all seen, Goodfellas. We've all seen zombie movies. We've all seen The Punisher. You never know who's in your back seat. So walking around the back of the car allows you to see who's in the back seat, make sure there's no one there with a garrote or whatever. And then you can get in real quick, slam the door, lock the door, and jet. And if you're in... Okay, here's another thing why you want to park in the other direction. Suppose someone was trying to keep you from going in the car. If you're in reverse... when someone's trying to keep your door open, it actually opens if they're holding on to the door opens wider as you're in reverse. You're allowing them in. If you backed in and you're pulling forward and they're holding on to the door will close as you're pulling forward. Am I the only one who thinks about these things? No. You guys are too. Does that make sense? Are we on the same... We're on the same frequency now? All right, good. They don't like me car. All right. Hello. From Charlotte, North Carolina. Well, come say hello.
Nice to meet you.
What? Very nice to meet you, sir. Want to say hello?
Surely. Charlotte.
Mark and Stacy, anniversary week.
Oh, congratulations.
Thanks.
Wonderful. Pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you for your videos. Very neat.
What a nice couple. What a nice couple. Yeah, see that's the thing too. I still back in. Like they gave up. They gave up. You know, I was just like, you can fine me, you can do whatever. I did pay like one or two $75 fines, and I'm like, you want to go to court over this? You know, I mean, I know I signed the agreement, the HOA shit, but if you want to go to court, it'll cost you more. You know, I will spin up a lawyer so fast it'll make the head spin. And they were just like, no, it's for safety. Well, what do you mean it's for safety? It's for my own safety? Whose safety is it for? You know, just stop. You know, I gave them a bunch of shit, like, oh, you know, I'm on call and I never know when I have to leave and blah, blah, blah. That's one thing they have backed off on. But then again, I'm like, hey, you haven't let me use the pool in frickin' 3 years. You know, so shut up. Shut up. Why is my video so far behind? It is like way behind. I'm like 5 minutes behind. Don't know why. Alright. Let me do something real quick. Alright, engaging some people watching for a second. There's more people down this way. What's this guy doing behind me? What's that smell? It's like a weird, it's not a bad smell, it's just a unique smell. Can't place it. Must be that freaking regurgitated chocolate over there. Oh, Thomas Helm, thank you for the Venmo to cover coffee activities. Thank you very much. I do, every little bit helps, and yes, you guys covering the cost is awesome. Coffee was good. I'm a little wound up today, ain't gonna lie. It was a good day. It was a productive day. It was an exciting day, just getting stuff done. New chapter level stuff. Alan, no AC in my department at work. Oh my god. Oh, I have such a hard time. I can't even concentrate. I mean, kudos to you. On the shop floor, working a hard job in 90-degree weather. Yikes. I mean, I have a hard time concentrating when it goes over like 75 in my place, because I work from home predominantly. When it goes over 75, I'm like, duh, my IQ drops by like 40 points. I don't know how you do it. Yeah, I was banned from the pool, Tom, for an incident in the gym. So they just recently restored they restored my pool privileges after, shit, it's been like 3 seasons. This would have been season 4, and I went down and I talked to them. You know, I went down to their office because it's an off-site deal, and I'm just like, listen, you know, I gave them the whole health spiel. You know, I was like, okay, I'm not a liar. I have integrity. I have a moral compass that points true, and I do my best to honor it, and I know God's always watching. However, that being said, I know God doesn't have a problem with me going to the HOA. Sometimes you gotta speak, sometimes you gotta speak to people in languages they understand. I told the HOA, I was like, if you would like my doctor to write you a frickin' letter saying I need to use the pool for health reasons, I can provide that for you. And they were like, no, feel free, you're good. You know, I mean, is that a lie? I mean, I could get a doctor to do that. That's no problem. I know doctors and stuff, but you got to speak to people in languages they understand. You know, Jesus done flipped over some freaking craps tables, you know, in the temple. You know, and sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. You feel what I'm saying? Alright. Jad, you're at the Rio. The Rio's kind of cool. We went down, when was the last? The Rio was freaking empty. Wow, shoot, that's a piece of work right there. Yeah. You made my voice crack, Chris. Yeah, God ain't down with the HOAs either. He's like, yeah, this is a friggin' temple of evil too. Bastards. You know, what do they say? Power is available to those willing to stoop down and pick it up. Yeah, that was a good one. Thank you. Had roadkill barbecue yesterday and got the meat sweats. Was it good? Was it like a deer? Or was it like a possum? I've never ate a possum. I've ate snake. Never ate a possum. Yeah, I mean, not all freaking angels play the harp. Some play the AK. Some of us are put here to set shit right and rattle cages. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the whole turn the other cheek stuff, yeah, I turn the other cheek, but I'll spin around with a friggin' elbow, too. Jeez. Alright, it looks like I gotta fire up friggin' chat for the 99th time. No possum. I've never eaten raccoon either. Someone tried to give me prairie dog once, but prairie dogs, they eat each other. I mean, okay, they're omnivores. I've seen prairie dogs eat remnants of prairie dogs when I was prairie dogging out in South Dakota. Not prairie dogging in the human physiology sense, but prairie dogging with like 223s and 22 250s and whatnot, 600 yards. Yeah, so you kaboom one, and like 5 of his friends will be. I thought they were like dragging him down in the hole to like triage him or something, but no. If you make one go kaput, all his friends eat him. So yeah, nothing goes to waste. I'm not down with eating prairie dogs. I've eaten my fair share of squirrels. I've eaten a lot of gray squirrels. I had ribs, brisket, and hot links. Yeah, the pink mist. Poof. That's the most fun. I mean, if you're into pew-pewing and you have any Call of Duty inclinations, or you served at one point, I mean, that's prairie dogging is fun. Vermins. Like when else in life outside of the service do you get to say range me? And someone taps you on the shoulder and says, 4 knots coming out of the east, 428 yards, that's about 3 clicks. When do you get to do that? Have someone on a spotting scope and whatnot. It's friggin' awesome. In Louisiana, you eat all that stuff, huh? I mean, if push came to shove, I'd eat anything. Walks or crawls, I'll friggin' eat it. I don't care. I ate a garter snake. I've eaten rattlesnake. I've eaten just about everything. Prairie dog. I haven't eaten a possum yet, but I would if I had to. Yeah, given a choice, just cows and pigs, and the occasional chicken. Chicken hasn't been a regular part of my diet anymore. Number one, most chickens are biohazard. You gotta like friggin' send a decontamination team like from the Umbrella Corp into your kitchen when you're done preparing chicken, number one. Number two, I don't know, I eat so much bacon and so much beef that, please, cool glasses, I like those. I just kind of lost my taste for chicken. And I was eating, El Super chicken. I don't know where they get that chicken from, someone's backyard, or someone's junkyard. But I started buying like organic, or it's more expensive, Smith's chicken. and it tastes different. It took me a while to realize that that's what chicken is supposed to taste like, because that chicken tastes like chicken. I've eaten gator, I've eaten catfish, I've eaten frog legs. I've never eaten quail eggs. Frog legs were okay. I had some like deep fried, but they were kind of like, the way these people made it, they was kind of chewy. You know, they was definitely a little chewy. Maybe they overcooked them or something, you know. Like if you have chewy calamari, you know, it's like freaking rubber bands. I've ate the turducken. I've eaten a hot dog. Yeah, who knows what's in a hot dog? I remember my dog refused to eat hot dogs. And if my dog refused to eat something, that pretty much means, I mean, he would eat broccoli, cauliflower. He would eat all the greens except lettuce. And he would eat, obviously, everything else. He'd eat his watermelon, but he'd eat shrimp, he'd eat lobster, whatever the heck it was, he'd eat it. Except if you try to give him a hot dog, he's just like, nope. Nope. Yeah, now make some more bacon. That'd be awesome. Bacon is delicious. Big, long strips of bacon. Yum. That's been my thing lately. I've been taking bacon, making it super, super, super duper crispy, smashing it up in a bowl, and then putting some ragout in there, and like twirling it around and eating that. Like big heaping bowls of it. It's been delicious. When you put your bacon in a cold pan, cover the bacon with water in the pan, let the water boil, and then that's a good idea. I'm gonna try that. 'Cause I eat me a pound of bacon a day. I'm reading chat. Hold on. John Mole's Roadkill Grill. Is that a show or something? Is that a YouTube channel? I should check that out. We're talking about eating roadkill, eating animals. But it's what the Father intended. It's what God wants us to do. God frickin' showed a blanket with all the animals in it, and he said, eat. You know, if you're into the biblical things, he said, eat these. It wasn't a blanket full of frickin' radishes and green peppers and crap and rabbit food. It was a blanket full of animals, and he's like, eat. This is what sustains you. Animals. This is what they were put here for. And they make good pets, though. Bake it in the oven. Yeah, whatever in Pringles. Have you ever seen one of those shows where they magnify, like, processed food? They show that in Pringles. There's, like, these little tiny maggot things crawling all over it. I don't know what that's all about. But Pringle cans make good antennas. Like if you really need, like suppose you can't get internet on part of your property, you've got like a little shed in the back or something, you take a Pringles can, you wrap the outside with aluminum foil, you punch a little hole and you put it on top of one of your Wi-Fi antennas and you point it at the shed and you put like, yeah, I mean for some reason a Pringles can makes your Wi-Fi very directional, and it pushes the limits of what you can do. Rocky Mountain oysters, I've eaten those. I ate those as a test once. It was actually a test to see if I would do it. It was, it was interesting. It was a bottle of cacique and I was gonna say a bucket, a bowl of Rocky Mountain oysters, and I guess they wanted to see if I was gonna balk at it, or because it would have been rude, you know, culturally with these people to refuse. So yes, I drank their cacique, and yes, which is like a liqueur sort of, and I ate the balls, and I got all sorts of friggin' testosterone. Yeah. Regular oysters, I've slurped down a few of them just because, but they never really did anything for me. You know, like oysters, even caviar. It's like, okay, you're supposed to eat caviar. You guys got some gains. Bro's doing his curls. Even caviar, it's like, okay, you eat it because you're supposed to, and it's expensive, and it's elegant, and you know, someone's serving up freaking $1,000 plate of freaking caviar, you eat some, but it's like, fish eggs, all right, cool, but I don't know. I'd rather eat tuna, or as I like to say, tuna fish. Does anyone else say tuna fish? I say tuna fish. I say chicken bird. Does anyone else say chicken bird? I say chicken bird. Yeah, Vegas withdrawal. The breakfast sandwiches are good. I had a couple of salads here that were a little on the lamish side. I mean, no, I wouldn't say they were lame. It just did not warrant like $35 for a bunch of rabbit food. Which to me, I mean, I like eating salads. I ate one yesterday. But it's a conduit for dressing, basically, to get my carbs. I'll put like some blue cheese in it with some chopped up cow or some bacon or whatever, and put a whole bunch of, olive oil to get that good oil in me. Yeah, it's just a conduit for other things. But it wasn't worth 30-something bucks. Charlie the Tuna. Yeah, I mean, I tried it probably twice too, Larry, and it was just like, all right, whatever. Chris K, you say tuna fish too? Yeah, that's probably the deal, D. Da Vinci, because, I mean, in a landlocked place, you can't truly trust the seafood, except I will say Bavette's shrimp are probably the best shrimp. It's close to getting them right out of the water, like when I used to go down to the docks at Freeport on Long Island and get the fish right off the frickin' trawlers. That was fresh. But Bavette's, I don't know, some guy puts them in a suitcase with some frickin' ice and flies them from somewhere, like hours. Yeah, it's some fresh ass seafood. But yeah, that's one place I never stopped and hung out in was Louisiana. I've driven through it, but I've never spent any time there. I see all the outdoor shows, all the cool outdoor stuff and the boating and the fishing and everything. And of course they got casinos there, but I've never really spent any time there. I've just driven through, let's see, 1, 2, 3. I've driven through it 6 times. From Florida to Vegas, from Atlanta, that area. But I've never really spent any time there. But it looks intriguing. I would do it. I had a friend who used to live there, and I was thinking about visiting him. But he's not an outdoorsman. What the heck is this? I'm getting a blinged up watch commercial. Oh, Lab Diamond. If that was real, you'd need like an armed detail to go hang out with a watch like that. Someone would beat you over the freaking head. That chick has a demon on her leg. I hate using the SATAN word, but one of those goats with horns. The Louisiana drive-through. Yeah, I've driven through. I've driven through Tennessee. I've spent some time in Tennessee, not a bunch of time. I had a pal who lived down there, like the Nashville area and whatnot. Yeah. Beans and wieners. I used to put hot dogs and pepperoni fried in my mac and cheese with a bunch of cayenne pepper, because I was born a poor white child. That's it. Yeah, I said it. Because it's the friggin' truth. Props to the first person who ate an egg. Yeah, no kidding. Or anything. How about the first guy who ate a mushroom and was just like, this looks interesting. Yum. It's like, wow, all the shit that people die from. Like, how do we now know that if you eat like red berries, most likely you're gonna die? Someone died. Someone done went and died. Salmon out of the can. I've eaten salmon out of the can. I've eaten crab out of the can. I used to make a mean linguine, and I used to get the canned, what up? He's putting on a show. I used to get the canned clams and whatnot, and the canned crab meat. You're welcome, Paramom. I think I gotta restart the chat. I think we're gonna go walk around a little bit too. deviled ham. See, I don't even want to eat anything that has the word devil in it. Jim West, what's going on, buddy? Alright. Let's get to hoofing. Let's go hoofalize. Oh. Dun-dun-dun-dun. See, that gimbal's a little wobbly, because did I leave anything? Let's make sure I didn't leave anything. Nope. Fender guitar. She didn't look happy. But resting bitch face is awesome. Just saying. Alright, so let's talk about my birthday. Those of you who are in the Facebook group were wishing me a happy birthday. And I do appreciate it. It isn't exactly my birthday day today because I don't give out, I can't, it's not like I don't. I cannot give out, things like that. Actual birthday, social security number, address, for obvious reasons. Because there's crazy people out in this world. But, this is, so we'll call it my unofficial birthday. And we will also say, wow, this place is so strong on the perfume, on the flowery perfume. Birthday season. So I want to thank everyone who wished me a happy birthday and a happy birthday season. I am indeed a Leo, if you couldn't tell. I have Leo-like tendencies. I'm more of a lion in the bushes type of Leo. An introverted extrovert, an extroverted introvert. And shout out to all my fellow Leos out there. So thank you for that. And if you're not a member of the Bror Nation Facebook group, just just search me on Facebook and you'll find the group and I'll let you in. You just got to answer 3 simple questions like, what is it? Do you agree to the rules? And one of the rules is don't be a dick. What are the other rules? Standard Facebook rules, but rule number 3 is don't be a dick. So as long as you agree to that, and as long as you have like a picture in your profile, I'll let you in. If you don't have a picture in your profile and you have 3 friends and you spell my name wrong, yeah, probably not gonna let you in, just saying. I only have like 3 friends on Facebook. So I just don't do the Facebook thing. If it wasn't for the Facebook group, for the channel, from our friends, I probably wouldn't even be on Facebook. It's fun for news gathering purposes once in a while, but that's about it. Janice, thank you very much for dropping that. Yeah, go sign up. It's all good. We're a fun bunch, and it's an active group, too. It's not one of those groups that gets like 1 post a week, and sits and languishes. It's a good participation, and you get to meet the other people. Holy shit, this music is loud. And you get to meet all the people, that you're chatting with right now, which is kind of cool too. I'm trying to find some place where the music isn't freaking screaming loud. The less people, it's just a Vegas thing. The less people, the less people there are in the casino, the louder they play the music, or it's a product of just the lack of people in general. It is birthday season. Wow, my gimbal's like fixing to die. Oh, is this better? Now can you tell, like people saying I was like gray before because of the color of the machine. Alright, there we go. Eyes still blue. Shirt is green. Alright, want to see the shoes one more time? Now you can see the true color of them. They're kind of cool. I dig them. Alright, let's see who's behind us. Someone was playing dollar denomination on this Boujou Zooping Bang Foo machine with the firecrackers. I don't know how to pronounce that. I know some Cantonese, but I ain't no Cantonese that I know. I just dropped my bag. This is my iPad. It's on that. They're winning all the money. We're gonna have to shut this place down. Now you can see my true colors shining through. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Yeah, that's actually the color. How to do that? I'm a ham. I can't help it. All right, let's see. Yeah, this is it's olive green. It's OD green. I'm wearing the ODs. What a good place. What's a good place on the strip for tiramisu? Oh, tiramisu, believe it or not, one of the best places and one of the most affordable places is where we're having the Bror Nation get together. How to get comfortable. Well, we're having the Bror Nation get together, which is Maggiano's at Fashion Show Mall. They have excellent tiramisu. Carbone's has an excellent tiramisu, but if you're not going there for dinner, you know, you could sit at the bar maybe and have some, but the tiramisu, you can sit, the bar at Maggiano's is huge. You'll always find a seat there, and you can just go in there and have tiramisu and coffee or whatever. You don't have to sit down and make a production out of it, but it's good. Can confirm it is really good, and the prices are reasonable too. So yeah, that loud game is Railroad Riches. That's Arthur. That's Brother Phil's, one of Brother Phil's favorite games, and we're gonna be seeing him in a month. That's awesome. I'm looking forward to that. Now they put the speaker on over here, like they're following me around. Yeah, he likes the Railroad Riches. I've never done well on it, but yeah, Brother Phil kicks the shit out of that machine. Where be, Brother Phil? Where you at, bro? Your house has some wonderful tiramisu. Tiramisu is good. Yeah. Let's see. Tell all the folks, hush, hush, keep it down. The voice is carried. Yeah, no shit. May you have many, many more. Thank you very much, Maria Ann. I'm looking forward to many more. Unless we hear the trumpet, for those of you who know, when we hear the 3 trumpet blasts, we out of this joint. Because we are living behind enemy lines. Holy shit. But it's one of them jams, though. Yeah, we're gonna get spanked here. We're gonna get spanked here. Chad 612. Alright, what time is it? 7:30. I freaking nailed it. I try not to time it, but I freaking nailed it. 7:30. Alright, let me check Super Chat activities. We have the solo Super Chat. Thank you, Maria Ann. That will go towards some of the parking activities for tonight. Thank you very much for that. You're the reason we love Buffalo. It's not too much sugar. True. Yeah, like sweet term, like sweet. Some people they think putting extra salt in shit it's a lazy person's way to do shit. Just put as much sugar as you can, that makes the dessert good. Put as much salt as you can, that makes the food good. No, that's a lazy man shit, you know? Like too sweet tiramisu, bleh. Yeah, I'm with you. I hope they loosen up the machines, because I miss playing a little Buffalo right now. Mark Moore, Bitcoin is a buy. Hell yeah it is. Bitcoin will always be a buy, but always look for these consolidation periods. Like, we'll see a rise, and then we'll see it consolidate. So we're consolidating between 119 and 117 right now. So don't fear the up and down of 1,000, 1,500. In that consolidation period, yes, it could tip off the other way, which is another buying opportunity. But for the most part, after that consolidation period, you'll see the chart. You'll see the chart. And then you'll see, this is where consolidation is happening. People are deciding, making their decisions right here, and that's usually right before it goes up again. So consolidation is good buying opportunity. The people who bought, FOMO'd into XRP, sorry, you just got kicked in the nuts. But yeah, consolidation periods are a great time to buy Bitcoin. Bitcoin's gonna, I was saying 1 million by the end of the year. I don't think it's gonna be 1 million, but it'll be in the upper hundreds. Bare minimum. bare minimum 150, between 150 and 250. It's going to be by the end of the year. We're at 18,892. Yeah, we're in that consolidation. You'll see the dips into the 17s. You'll see the dips into the high 116s. It now 120 has become a point of resistance. So every time the price hits 120, it's going boing down, boing down, boing down. If it penetrates, goes a little higher, and consolidates, then 120 will be the next point of consolidation. If you're following, it'll hit 120, bounce up, hit 120, bounce up, 120, bounce up. So we're looking for the resistance, which is 120, the ceiling, to be broken and then become the new support. You just learned about trading. Well, figuring out prices. And I'm getting hit with a sexy skirt commercial. Vibrant patterns and breezy fabric. Some chick's pulling up her skirt. Alright, now I gotta redo my check. Thanks, chick in the short skirt. Alright, to the moon is correct. Jim Wolf, you know the idea, support and resistance. Support becomes resistance, resistance becomes support, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Tiramisu is always not sure just right. Alright, I'm gonna get going. I appreciate everyone hanging out. And I will see you 90% on Friday, because you know I look forward to Fridays. Friday's always fun. I hope you appreciated me coming out, doing the thing midweek. So, one last time, I'm going to invite everyone to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell button to get notified when I do this again. You don't want to look at my nose. I don't want you to look at my nose. Do all the stuff. Like, share, subscribe, and thank you. And I love you guys. And on that note, Bror Fredrik out.